Want to make your mesh do this? Or this? You can use ripple effect in your videos to take them to the next level. And with geometry nodes, this is fully customizable, so you can achieve really anything you want. All we are going to do is use some math, but don't quit. It will be simple, I promise. We will calculate the distance from the middle to every point, and use this value to offset the mesh. We send that, and yeah, the math's kicking in. What is happening? Take a look at the sine function. You have x and y axis. X-axis is the value we input, our distance. So our distance turns into the sine function, and if we control it, we control the effect. By adding something to this value, we are moving the sine, and we are getting a moving ripple effect. But we can do a lot more to it, but I'll show you later. So in Blender, it looks like that. Did I scare you? No worries, it's far less complicated. It looks a bit more like that, just a couple nodes. We get the distance first, we multiply that, add something, multiply again, and plug the result into the z-axis. And we are getting this result. When you change this multiply, you're controlling the frequency, and this one lets you change the height. But we can do so much more to control these waves. For example, by using power, we are turning this linear graph into curved one. And as a result, our wave frequency changes over distance dynamically. So let's do it in geometry nodes now. After some tweaks, it looks like that. But we can also use any other mathematical function or even textures. Noise texture to get more distortion, just like that. Voronoi to get this cool pattern, or we even can mix them together. But you can also control the height in different spots by other values. All we need to do is multiply the result of this thing by anything. I just want this effect to be in the middle, so I will use the distance again. I will just remap that to control where it should end. Just change these values to get the desired result. But you probably wonder how you can animate this. Just plug this into the input group, and maybe this one to control the height. Let me animate my cursor object so it kind of clicks this mesh. I will just move it down, insert some keyframes, and ease them in the graph editor. I will also animate the scale to make it bounce a little bit. Also, I swapped our plane mesh to something more interesting. Buttons are, in general, a good example where you can use this ripple effect. Yeah, and I would totally appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. Of course, only when you actually enjoy watching this video. Now, let's animate these values. Click I on them to insert a keyframe and adjust them in the graph editor. Looks quite sick, doesn't it? Let's try a couple more different effects. This one is also cool. Or this one. You get the point, I guess. But if you wanted to create other cool things, you should definitely check this video where I smartly avoid using rigid bodies to let me simulate millions of rocks falling.